owned by a Jew. In Ramadan, they see him praying. They see him fasting. He asks his supervisor, I'm Muslim. In Ramadan, on my break time, I don't eat anything from sunrise to sunset. I need to take my break on sunset, on the time of Maghrib, so I can break my fast. So the supervisor is a Spanish, no disregard of Spanish, he's a Spanish, he doesn't know about Islam, that's why. Because we have many Spanish Muslims, right? So he said, no, I won't allow you to take your lunch and eat. So the brother complained to his what? His boss, who's the Jew. The Jew know about Islam. And then he told him, you don't know that he's a Muslim? He fasts, he needs to break the fasting this month. So by doing so, by exposing his Islam, 2 people from Guyana and Trinidad, they become Muslim. Because he's praying at his job. Allah. So you can do da'wah. You don't have to take a microphone only to make a da'wah. Do da'wah by your own character. So that's how they spread Islam in the West Africa. So as I mentioned, there is some kingdom in Africa, as you may see on the map, which dominated this area based on some of the period. The first kingdom was the kingdom of Ghana. Its location is not the actual Ghana we know after the colonization. As when you look on the map, it's the one is just like a gray water. That's where the empire of Ghana used to be.
The green area?
No, the green area is for Mali. That one you can see that there is a legend on your right. You will see the color code is there. So the historian even mentioned that in 1068, the empire of Ghana was what? The empire of Ghana was advanced economically. But what is amazing is most of the translators, those who translate in the court of the king, they are Muslim. And besides that, most of the ministers, they are Muslim. And what is amazing is they correspond from that kingdom to all other parts of the world using what? The Arabic language. Can you imagine at that time? They were able to master the Arabic language, they can translate. So therefore they were in charge of the treasury of what? Of that kingdom. And most of these kingdoms, some of them, because of some internal issues, they were what? They were conquered or what? They disappear, and then the other one become what? They become like, you know, when you have more power, you conquer and then take over. The second empire is the empire of Mali. And when we are talking about the empire and the kingdom, the location is different to the Mali we know today. The empire of Mali is amazing because even today, there are some people in Mali who mother tongue, in some village, their mother tongue is Arabic because their great-great-great-parents are Arab. And here's what happened. The founder of this empire was Sundiata Keita. He's a Muslim, but he's a weak Muslim because he takes Islam and he mixes with what? Tradition and culture. So the scholar at that time, they don't like him that much. So after him came a man called Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is the real architect of the Mali Empire. And how do they accept Islam? At one time in Mali, even today, sometime in Ramadan in Mali, even today, if it is very hot, the government will tell people in Ramadan to break what? The fast, because it's too much, the heat. So at one time, in that period, in the 13th century, there is a drought, there is no rain. So they are looking for solution. So they went and ask the Muslim. We worship the idol and then we did every sacrifice we can do. Nothing happened. Can you call your God? You know, people say, right? Can you call your Allah to help us with the rain? And then they say yes. Because our prophet, the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, teach us if there is no rain, how to do it. So that when, as you know, they went and made the dua about what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send the rain, and it was what? Accepted. Allah sent the rain. From there, they say, your Allah is the real Allah. We become Muslim. So that's how they become what? Muslims. And from there, they realized that there is a lot of prosperity in Mali. Because the rain is coming as the way. So on the time of Mansa Musa, because he understands Islam, from that point he realized that I need to be friend with the scholars. I need to be friend for my kingdom to sustain, for my kingdom to be firm and strong. I need to have the ulama, the imams as well, my helpers. So what he did is he decided to make a famous pilgrimage, to make Hajj. And when he was going to Hajj, he take a lot of scholars from his kingdom, say, I'm going to Hajj, but I want you to come with me. So when I'm talking to the king, you guys are going to be talking to the ulama of the second land in Mecca and Medina. So when I'm talking to the king, you are going to be talking to your counterpart. So we're going to get the benefit for our country. Allahu Akbar. You see how he's thinking about his nation. As a result, at the end of the Hajj, they decided that the kingdom at that time of Saudi Arabia, the king at that time, he decided to give Mansa Musa some scholar to come to Mali. So when they come to Mali, it was the first time they built 5 MASJID. He gave them, the scholar and the architect, how to build a masjid with what? With a brick, with big bricks. And we are talking about what? 13th century, now you may think, what are you talking about? We are talking about what? Maybe 700 years ago. So because they used to make all of the construction in Africa with mud and other things. So this is the first time, with the help of the scholar and the architect of the homeland, they were able to build the first 5 big bricks masjid. And his kingdom was successful until they have their own problem, until these kingdom also, become weak after his death. One of the point is, he did all he can, but he did not prepare for those who are going to carry the same flag. So as a part of the leadership, you have to make sure you prepare those who are coming after you. If you don't think that way, or if you are a store owner, you need to make sure that there is someone you can train so you can get vacation. Otherwise, you will never get vacation. You need to lead. You need to delegate for some people to run what you will be doing, even if you are not alive. So that's what the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did to his companion, and that's why Islam reached us. Because they left Saudi Arabia. They went far to China. They traveled on foot to Spain. And that's why we have all of these great scholars like the Qurtubi, right? All of these, they're for Andalusia. So, it means, when we are talking about the history, we need to learn from what? From the history. So we need to take this to know that we have to do dawah in what we can. Don't say that, I didn't study, I didn't do this. You can do your dawah as you can, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you can do. And the third, there is the third empire, which is the empire of Songhai. The empire of Songhai, also, Islam was spread in these third empire, because we have empire of Ghana, after that become weakened. We have empire of Mali, that also become weakened now. The big empire now become what? The empire of Songhai. This empire was very organized by learning with what's happening in Mali. So at one point, they were at the domination of what? Of the empire of Mali. And for some reason, they become more powerful. That now, they take care of what? They conquer, they take care of the current Mali and Niger and so forth. They become what? Strong and structured. What they did is they make sure that they build 2 cities to make sure that these 2 cities are going to be the base for learning and teaching for the root of Islam. So these 2 cities